What up, world? Just running out of content ideas. So today, I guess, is a little story time about one of the biggest mistakes of my life. So yeah, about 2017, I did my first tour with Bodysnatcher. It was the original lineup for the most part, minus drummer, which is revolved a little bit. Plus extra guitars, whatever. Bottom line, pretty much the original lineup from Formation. I did that first initial run, which was it was supposed to run from October to December 2017, and it was supposed to be like 3 consecutive tours. So we did the first tour, and then we did the second tour, and then like I think with like 2 days left, maybe like 3 days left. Ben, the bassist at the time, maybe he was playing guitar. He might have been playing guitar or bass. I don't remember. But either way, yeah, he was playing guitar because Colton was playing bass. Yeah, so Ben, or maybe it was Colton. Either way, someone got sick, and we tried carrying on playing without him, but the tour just pretty much fell apart, and so we dropped the final tour that was supposed to take us from like across Canada. So yeah, that tour never happened. Bodysnatcher was supposed to headline that. So we dropped like the last 3-4 dates with Spite. That's who we're on tour with, by the way. It was I Am and Spite and Bodysnatcher. So yeah, we dropped with like 4 days left. We were in Texas, and then we were supposed to drive to California and Las Vegas to finish, and that did not happen. So yeah, pretty much fall apart, and there's drama going on as well with money at this time as well. Some of the members, Colton, cough cough, who pretty much handled the funds, was just like taking money wrongfully, ripping off other members, or like giving members more money than others. And just Kyle, the vocalist, Kyle Medina, shouts out, I love you. Yeah, his parents definitely helped a lot with funding of the band. I mean, it is what it is. Some people are just lucky like that. You got parents who love you and will support you to the end of the world. So yeah, Kyle's pretty much getting ripped off. Colton was handling the money, ripping off the other members. So yeah, band pretty much fell apart at that time. This is like essentially between like December 2017 and like February 2018. So yeah, pretty much the band fell apart. Kyle was the only one essentially in the band still. Wait, was it? No, Frankie was still there. So it was Kyle and Frankie. Sorry, I'm just trying to recap this. I've never like verbally like spoken kind of a history of Bodysnatcher for you scrubs out there. I'm gonna turn this light on. I'm just killing time. I gotta play hockey tonight, and I'm just like fucking thinking about trying to create content for fucking YouTube here like it matters. And yeah, story time. I toured with Bodysnatcher. Did you tour with Bodysnatcher? Have you toured with a band at all? I've toured with multiple bands. I've been across the US and Canada. So yeah, story time. So band pretty much falls apart. Come March, it's Kyle and Frankie, and then they get fill-in members for this tour, which we do in March, which is So This Is Suffering and The Extortionist. Yeah, Extortionist. They were on the tour, I'm pretty sure. We do that right, and I wasn't going to tour. Like, I was driving and doing merch for them, and I wasn't initially going to, because on the prior tour with the original lineup, I didn't drive full time. But starting from this tour, I drove the whole time. Besides a little bit down the line, which we'll get to. But yeah, so we have Kyle, who's an OG member. We got Frankie, who's not OG, but he was in the band for a little bit at that time. And then we got Dustin playing drums, who's filling in. He's in two-piece, shouts out. And then we got Blake. He was playing guitar, shouts out. He went on to play in Victims, and then he left that. And then we have Adam, who's playing bass. Did Adam play in Hounds? Adam? No, he didn't play in Hounds. He played in another band now from Georgia area. Shouts out. I love these dudes. Thanks for being my brothers, my friends. If we're friends, I consider you my friend. If you don't consider me your friend, I'm sorry. So yeah, we do this tour. and that's Body Snatcher. It's literally Kyle and Frankie. Was Frankie still in the band at this time? Yeah, Frankie was in the band because he didn't end until later on when we toured with Ingested. And I'm just rambling and telling you and getting to the point of my biggest regret, but with a little backstory of Body Snatcher. So yeah, we do that tour, and I don't know if prior they told me or it was after this, but yeah, I wasn't touring anymore and I wasn't planning on touring. Like Body Snatcher, I had no idea what was going on, but I remember I ran into Kyle and Blake, who was playing guitar filling in. They were at the mall, and I just happened to run into them, and they're like, yo, we got this tour, we want you to go and drive and do the merch and just do what you do. So yeah, drove full-time and did merch pretty much full-time for Body Snatcher for this tour in March 2018. And then after that, which would lead up to my last tour, which was with Ingested, Kyle Medina, who was pretty much my best friend at the time, we were hanging out every day. I was with him when he spoke with Kyle Shope, who was formerly of Float First Down, and I was with him when he spoke with Chris Whited, formerly of King Conquer, and Dealey Plaza, some other projects as well. But yeah, I was with Kyle in the car while he was on the phone, and he spoke with Kyle Shope and Chris Whited to get them to be a part of Body Snatcher. Kyle Carter was not in the picture at this time. Or if he was, it hadn't expanded that far yet because I did not get to tour with Carter. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. We got Kyle Shope, who was officially joining the band, and Chris Whited was officially joining the band, and Kyle Medina. And they were pretty much Body Snatcher at that time. So yeah, we go and we do another tour that leads up to the final tour that I did with Ingested, which is what I regret is stopping touring with Body Snatcher after this tour with Ingested, because they literally blew up after that, and I'm a fucking dipshit. But yeah, that's my biggest regret is stopping touring with Body Snatcher. They're killing it, and yeah, obviously I'm jealous. It was a big part of my life, not a big part of my life, but just like a super fucking grateful for the experience I have. I toured across the United States and Canada with them. It was the first time they had Body Snatcher been to Canada. We went all across from Edmonton all the way over to Nova Scotia, all the way up to Rimouski, Quebec. So yeah, I was forever grateful for Body Snatcher. I was with this girl at this time, and I lived at her house. I pretty much wouldn't have had anywhere else to go, or maybe I could have. But so after, when I was on this Ingested tour, I knew it was going to be the last time I was touring. Like I was like, yeah, I'm not. This girl doesn't want me to tour anymore. I live with her. I was stupid, and I pretty much just threw away the opportunity I had touring with Body Snatcher. And this dude who I was friends with, he literally snaked in as soon as I stopped touring and took my place. He's a douchebag. Fuck you, DJ. You're a fuck beep. But yeah, literally, like, prior to my last tour, we were chilling with Sworn In and talking about how, yeah, and being friends with them and, like, talk about how we need to be together. And the plan was me going forward. I should have been with Body Snatcher. And yeah, I am salty, because I was literally with Kyle, helping him to stay together. Like, that, the driving on those tours, I drove the whole time. Like, I was responsible for being on time, making sure that our lives are on risk. We were literally driving through a snowstorm, like, maybe going, like, 20 miles per hour, like, car in front of us, car behind us, and literally just, like, the van just started going sideways, and, like, I fucking controlled that shit, no problem, nothing happened to us at all. Like, I'm literally a professional driver. But, I did go on to tour with Ingested for a tour, literally, maybe like a couple days after I broke up with this girl. I hit up, and yeah, I broke up, me and this girl broke up maybe a year later or whatever, some BS like that. Yeah, probably like not even a year, but, was it a year? Yeah, maybe, I can't even, maybe it was a year, I don't recall. When did we break up? 2019. Yeah, so it was a year. We broke up. I broke up with her a year later. I made her break up with me, essentially. I just treated her like garbage. Long story, I'm rambling at 9 minutes telling you band stuff that maybe you care about, maybe you don't. No one's watching this shit. I can say whatever the fuck I want on the internet. But yeah, toured with Ingested. They're sick. So funny story. So my last tour with bodysnatcher, we were with Ingested, and then we were tight. I mean, and I reached out to Ingested literally as soon as me and this girl broke up, and they needed a driver when they came to the States, and I drove for Ingested. So I drove with 2 bands around the U.S. of A. plus Canada, and then like 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to drive with Within Destruction, which they're from Slovenia, which is a completely different world compared to the United States, and they just treated me like garbage, didn't care what I had to say. They got mad over me smoking a blunt with another band that we were on the tour with. They think that smoking impairs you or whatever. It does not. And that's a long story short. Within Destruction, you guys suck. Body Snatcher, I love you, and Just I love you. I threw away my touring life for no reason. It is what it is. Sesh.